Tremendous growth and success followed the early years of All West Select Sires. In 1977, Superior Sires of California became All West distributor for the state of California, and throughout the 1980s, semen sales were booming. As All West Select Sires grew, the addition of well-respected board members helped unite and strengthen the organization.
We started thinking, you know what? We have got to get some of the top dairymen in California on that All West board. We brought people on like Walt Stornetta, Norman Martin, John DeGroot, Dimas Costa, Mike Lucas, Bill Janassi. When I talk to these people, would you be interested in joining? Come to the meeting and get somebody to nominate you or something. Because the whole key to the thing is having board members that are really cool. Bobby Silva was another one. To get these people on the board that know their neighbors and they're well respected.
A gentleman by the name of Lloyd Vieira approached me and he says, Bob, he called me, he says, hey, for $1, that's all you need to do. Just give me $1 and you become a member of All West. I says, hey, I can't go wrong with that. He told me, you know, you get dividends, whatnot. So ever since Lloyd Vieira, I've been a member of All West.
Just before the merger, my dad was elected as a director to the All West board. And he served for 9 years, and at the same time he served 9 years at Select Sires. When he retired from the board after 9 years, I got elected in his spot. And I don't know the dates, but I've been probably a director for 25 years.
The board members couldn't ask for better people. I was real blessed to start young and stay there and meet a lot of good people.
Following the success of the 1980s, in 1993, All West Select Sires bought Superior Sires from Tom Olson and Lloyd Vieira to create one organization.
When Tom Olson was diagnosed with cancer and his treatments didn't seem to be working out real well, he talked to Lloyd and decided that they would sell Superior Sires. All West had the first right of refusal on purchasing Superior, and so we started talking. We had a special full board. All the directors come into Portland and met and decided on a price. We went ahead and purchased Superior Sires, and to bring it all under one roof was a lot smoother operation, and it's been very profitable as well.
Well, All West called themselves a family before we were involved. We called ourselves a family, so the merger that way worked out good because it's a family, and whatever a lot of things we did, we had an open dialogue with our employees, and I think All West had the same thing, so it worked out pretty well. Archie and Harold were very, very good to work with and for, and so went from there, and sometimes we needed a little extra help, and we always thought, if it isn't good for All West and only good for us down the road, that's going to change. So we always wanted to make sure it was good for All West. I have really strong loyalties to All West Select Sires and always will.
After the Superior Sire purchase, the All West Select Sires Executive Board approved the purchase of a 10,349 square foot lot, which would become a new distribution center in Turlock, California.
When we purchased Superior Sires, they were doing business out of a two-car garage in California in Turlock, and it was just a rental. And when I would go down there to work with the people, the two girls were in one side of the garage, and the other side of the garage there was semen and AI supplies. And there are two desks. There was no other room to put another desk in there, and so I would sit on a milk stool and put my briefcase on my lap to write letters or do whatever I had to do. So I realized we had to get a bigger office, and So I started looking around, and I knew we weren't going to be able to build a new one. We'd have to get an old one and probably remodel. After I found 2 or 3 places, I took several of the California directors to look at them, and then we went to the executive board and told them what we had found, and they said, well, let's buy this building there in Turlock and remodel it.
Growth continued in 2001 when a new headquarters building was constructed in Burlington, Washington.
During my presidency, we built a new office in Burlington. So it's really kind of a fun time for me to see us progress from our old office into the new office and just see how that really helped us grow as a co-op.
The evolution of All West represented a growing AI leader that served its member owners with the most innovative products and services the region had ever seen. But beyond that, it bonded the people who led the company from generation to generation. These bonds, this All West family, are still a great part of the company's success today. The future will likely bring many changes to the dairy industry. Whatever changes are ahead, the people of All West Select Sires agree the best way to continue the success of the last quarter century is to stay true to the organization's mission of providing a quality product and returning profits to its members.
Well, it's hard for me to look 75 years down the road, but I would say they'll continue to be successful. Things have definitely changed. I think Sex Semen, of course, made a big change to what we had before. I mean, we thought when we went from fresh semen to frozen semen was a big deal, but that was nothing compared to having sex semen available. Now, genomics, that's really changed things as well, and so there's very exciting times ahead.
I think the biggest challenge will be the technology and what's next around the corner. And as long as we keep our mission in mind, I think we'll be able to do anything that comes at us.
I think we will build our relationship with Select Sires, and we'll probably be the premier service center for AI in the West.
And to sum things up, I guess it's how the All West was won.